Hey, this is Dale Tinsley. You're listening to the Connect Podcast. Our purpose is to guide you to connect with yourself so that you can connect with others and live a life of meaning and value. Continuing the series, Limitless Potential, Endless Refinement. Welcome back. Peace be with you. We are here, the Connect Podcast. Hope you guys are feeling vibrant and as strong as our guest, Amanda Vanderslice, is on the couch. Super excited for this episode and this conversation. Welcome, Amanda. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
awesome.
Really honored to be here.
Oh, thank you. Respect. Respect to you. I ran across you on social media through Sean Otto and the Valhalla Gym and that whole family.
Yeah, my favorite gym.
I'm checking out your profile and I'm like, wow, she is just strong. She's a monster. Then I see you on stage, some of the pics. And that all really got my attention. But the reason you're here on this couch is because of the profoundness of your posts. And you talking about life, talking about internal growth. And I was like, wow. And like, even right now, I got full body chills. I was like, I got to hit her up. Like when I started seeing some of those posts, I was like, man, that's profound.
Yeah,
and it inspired me. You don't see
that as much on social media.
No, you don't.
The deeper stuff.
Yes.
And especially with, being in fitness and all of it, it's more, a lot of it's for show, and it doesn't really go deep.
Yeah, well, those posts, I definitely connected with it, and I thought that if we got into some great conversation, the Connect family would see way deeper into you. And so I hit you up, and here we are after a meet and greet and some great conversation, not knowing you from Adam.
Yeah.
I'll just throw it out there, you know what I mean? And here we are. So thank you for coming through.
I'm really glad you did reach out.
Okay.
Because I'm grateful for this opportunity to be able to share and hopefully help somebody else.
Yes, yes.
That's maybe gone through what I've gone through, or is in the right now, they're struggling. I just want to show everybody, when you're willing to dig deep and put in the work, you can come back from anything.
Amen.
You're never too far gone. You're never in too deep of a hole. And that you don't have to be hopeless, like feel hopeless.
Amen.
But there's always hope, and there's always something that you can do to change your life. Like, it's all in your hands.
Yes. Amen. Well, the refined version. So, Miss Louisiana 2024.
Yeah. Miss
Louisiana 2025.
Yes.
Tell us about that and what that's like, and how that reality for you.
Yeah. Well, I started competing in 2023. That was my first show. I did Cajun Muscle in Lafayette. I made the decision to do that show very quickly. I mean, it was back in March earlier that year, but just all of a sudden, I was like, I need to get on stage.
Okay.
Because at the time, I was looking for all of the different things, like to really challenge myself. I had already been challenging myself every day, with being disciplined and lifting and eating right and working on my mindset, my mental health. But so I kept trying to find things that would challenge me, and anything that I was fearful of, I wanted to make myself do it. Because I've always been afraid, and severe social anxiety and not being able to talk in front of people or even one-on-one. And that just had everything. And the fear of being judged and all eyes on me and what are they going to think. And so when I started seeing people on Facebook, at that time I didn't really know any bodybuilders.
Okay.
But I would see posts and see what they did on stage. I was like, wow, I could never get up there in a bikini, almost naked.
You got a bikini on.
Or feeling naked, you know, very exposed. And perform.
Yes.
Because it is a performance too.
The posing is key and critical.
Yeah,
right?
It's not just the training and the diet. It's really extremely vulnerable. Like you're really putting yourself out there for everybody to critique and have their opinions on. And I just wanted to feel more confident in being judged, you know, putting myself out there and allowing people to think and say whatever they wanted.
I love it.
Especially being up there in a bikini, because where I come from, that is not acceptable.
That's a no-no, huh? That's, wow, that warms my heart. I think that's awesome. And the judging and all that, I personally know that one well. That one was rough for me to get through. How did your mindset shape into going from fear into this? When we met and we had coffee, what's the guy's name that we both follow on Instagram?
Oh, Sean Otto?
No. Oh. The mindset coach that you said.
Oh, Rob Dial.
Yes.
Yeah, the mindset mentor.
Oh, he's no BS with him, straight shooter.
Yeah.
He gives it to you. I like his content. He's got some good stuff.
Yeah, and he's a big thing. He was in my head for the past few years. You know, everything, I listened to him religiously, not because I idolized him as a person or anything, because I'm not really like that about like celebrities, just because they're, you know, this person or that person, then I follow along. But I really found value in by listening to him every day. Like every morning I'd go outside. After I go to the gym, I'd get back at 6 a.m., view morning sunlight, and drink coffee and listen to Rob Dial. And I was able to change my whole life, like do a complete turnaround just by following his advice.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing with him, is challenging yourself, doing things that are uncomfortable, not running away just because you feel fear, getting rid of your limiting beliefs and thinking that, oh, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, or you know, I've failed before, so that's just who I am. And the biggest one too is giving up the victim mentality. And thinking that everybody's out to get me, or everything happens to me
instead of for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mindset shift, and really stepping outside of ourselves and seeing that it's our own ego. It's in our own head, like the self-sabotage, the victim mentality, and then you know, the ego wants to keep us in that loop of, you can't do it. What are they gonna think? Then, you know, you're worried about other people judging you, but then you're judging yourself.
Yeah.
I almost wore my self-love shirt, because that's talk about that, the self-love aspect of all of that.
Yeah, and that, for most of my life, I didn't love myself. I always felt too that like I wasn't worthy of love, or that I had to earn love, that I had to do, you know, certain things, or be a certain way, or look a certain way for anybody to even like want to have anything to do with me. So, and that developed into, like, the older I got, it really developed into, like, self-hatred.
Oh.
And the more mistakes I made, the more I hated myself. And it just got worse and worse until, I don't know, you're like, why am I even here? You know, you hate yourself that much. And you do think that you can't change it, you know? But then, I don't know, I guess you just get so tired of hating yourself and feeling that way, that you're just like, it's like a light bulb goes off, and you're like, I'm gonna get up and do something about it. And you figure out ways, like, to look inward and realize too that all the things that you hated about yourself wasn't anything wrong with you. It was, you know, things that other people told you, or their ideas, or it's from their upbringing, that it's just generational and they're passing it on to you, and none of it is really reflective of who you really are.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to decide, you know, where your heart is and what kind of person you are.
Yeah, people project their issues onto others. How was it growing up for you?
Well, my mom was raising 3 of us as a single mom. We started off on the West Bank, and then we moved, I think when I was about 10 or 11. But she worked a lot, and she really did. Like, she busted her butt for us. But at the same time, the house, it was just a lot of turmoil, a lot of fighting. And we also, at the time, like, for a good part of my childhood, went to Fundamental Baptist Church. So for me, my older brother didn't get as much of that as I did, because I was only a few years old when my mom got serious about that. So that was a lot.
Good experience, heavy.
I just, not good, because it was one of those, like, besides other people, you know, certain people in my family that made a huge impact on me, about, you know, being judged and very critical and not doing anything right. The school and church that I went to a little private school at that church. It was very small, just a few of us in each classroom. And growing up in an environment like that, where everything that you do is bad or evil, and God's always watching you and judging you.
Critique.
Like, there's no love.
Yeah.
You know, there's no there's no grace.
Wow.
There's no room to just be human, or to just be yourself as a person.
Or be a child.
Yeah.
And play and cut up a little bit, and, you know, within reason, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like every single thing that I did was that I was going to get scolded for.
Yeah. So you go from that, and you have your internal battles, and then you're swimming around in that loop of the negative and the negative. And what was the aha moment for you when you were sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you had that shift mentally?
To be honest, it was at the end of let's just say, like, I struggled with addiction for years, back and forth, mostly pills, but I would have little spans and periods where I would do whatever just to numb the pain, just so I didn't feel fear. Because like I said, I was always afraid of everything, and I couldn't interact with other people without that something to get rid of that fear and the feelings of unworthiness too. It helped me perform better. You know, it helped me be the person that whoever was in front of me, who they wanted me to be. So it just completely...
So you were using the pills and different things to really cope and to kind of be the oil for you to get moving and jump into life and engage, huh?
Yeah, all that, the social anxiety that without anything, like I said, was crippling.
Wow.
And kept me from just doing so much and experiencing anything. And of course, because of that lifestyle of constantly searching for a way to cope, also led me to terrible relationships and nothing real, like nothing open and honest. I mean, because I didn't even know who I was. I never did take the time to learn who Amanda was. And I didn't want to. Probably because I was a little afraid of that too, of who I truly was, and then what is everybody else going to think about the real me?
Yeah, it's that's some dark work to fully see ourselves, right? The goal with the Connect podcast is to inspire people to do what you did, to look in the mirror and to see the light, to see the darkness, and to integrate, and to become whole from all of that where you were to now being able to be on this couch and just sit in your authenticity and just say what was, because what was isn't what is. But all of that had to happen for you to be here.
You know, and people shaped me.
Yeah, people think it's being vulnerable, and vulnerability has a bad rap because they think that being vulnerable is, well, now someone's going to take that and use it against me, right? So I can't say anything.
Which I have had that happen quite a lot.
Sure.
Anytime.
But the thing is this, once you get to a level where you accept it and you own it, and you're like, yeah, that happened. Yeah, I used to do that. I'm not that person anymore. Those were just moments in time. And now I've gotten past that. And I figured all that out, and I gained the wisdom from it. You know what I'm saying? So like, to see you going from all of that and that programming, and then it's rough. It's rough, but you come out the other end. You come out the other end. Let me ask you this, with your daughter, how has all of that experience, like, how have you been able to cultivate that within your child and maybe do some of the things that you didn't get, you know? Yeah,
that, I will say that, that was the hardest thing, coming out of my addiction. Either time or any of the times that I would quit, like just the thought of what I've done to my children would just destroy me. And I would sit there and think, well, what have I done? You know, I'm doing to them, you know, what was done to me. Not by having parents that were addicts, but just the experiences and the example and all of that. But finally, I just was like, you know what? I can't do anything to change or undo the damage I've already done. So I'm just going to have to get it together and make it the rest of my life's mission to do everything I can for them to grow up feeling loved, feeling accepted, feeling free to be themselves, free to make mistakes, and just love them for who they are.
Amen.
And a big thing too is the emotional regulation.
Nervous system.
Yeah, yeah. That one's a big struggle with my son.
Oof.
But showing them, you know, it's okay to feel all of the emotions.
Yes.
The anger, the sadness. It's just how you react, and then how you treat other people as well too. Just because you're hurting inside or frustrated, you don't take it out on everybody else around you.
Go for a walk.
That doesn't mean walk on eggshells and tiptoe around people to never, you know, and to keep all of that inside so you don't affect anybody else. But it's a huge learning process for me too, because I feel like it's very healing. For my daughter to be the age she is, she's 17, and she's at the age that I was at. Like, I mean, things started going wrong for me a couple years before that, but just seeing her become a woman, and I'm so grateful that she's willing to learn from me and listen, and still wants me around, still wants me in her life, wants me to do better for her, instead of just, you know, like, oh, you did all of these terrible things, I don't want to have anything to do with you.
She loves you.
Yeah, and that right there proves too that you don't have to go through your life earning people's love.
Amen.
If you try to be the best person that you can be and do everything, you know, to make the world a better place, be kind and loving and compassionate, but it doesn't, as long as you're doing the right thing now and working towards becoming better, it doesn't matter what you did. Now, of course, the wounds are still going to be there. Those won't ever completely go away. But I hope that, like I said, this has been healing for me.
Amen.
To have her encourage me and to be there supporting me through all of this. And I hope that it's healing for her as well. And I'm very grateful that I get to be a different mother. I don't have to just keep repeating patterns and cycles that were passed down through generations. Like, I was able to break it.
I love it.
And now we're both learning. I feel like we're both learning who we are together.
That's incredible. It's yeah, the people that sit on this couch, they break patterns.
Yeah.
Andreas will tell you, boy, I love it, man. Oh man, it's you know, and as you were saying that last part, she gets to take from you and expand on that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What wow, that shook me there for a second.
Almost about to cry there for a second.
Yeah, you got one out of me for sure. I love it. It's so empowering to just to take it all in from you, that it's just 100% so real and so true and so authentic that you know, we want to hold on to certain shame or certain things. Yeah, these things happen, but that's in the past.
Yeah. And
you're pushing and pushing and pushing to move forward and continue healing. And that's a linear thing too, right? I mean, the healing comes in different moments.
It does.
And
in
pockets.
Different experiences, different people that you meet that come into your life. It's just like, once you think that you know, you're past something, then, because you don't think about it anymore, then somebody shows up and like, okay, that's something else that I need to work on.
You have the awareness to do that.
Yeah.
I talk about the triggers are treasure, right? Because we'll do the work on something and deal with it and process it, and then we find some peace. But if something happens, and even if we're triggered just a little bit, like there's still a little bit of remnants of it, you know, and it's like, okay, breathe, release, and let go. Woosah, woosah, and then you get to the point that you can say it all out loud, and it just is what it is. It's this whole human, you know, experience that of our spirits in these bodies, you know.
Yeah.
This thing we call life. Yeah. Wow. What's your day-to-day like? You had a client this morning that you were training?
I did. And then I met with another new client that I got this morning. We met, and we're going to start next week.
Okay.
I told her I was coming here.
Awesome.
She said, good luck on your podcast.
Yeah, no, you got that all day. So if somebody in the greater New Orleans area wants to hit you up for coaching or training, tell the audience how they can get a hold of you.
Well, you can either message me on Facebook or Instagram. It's under Amanda Vanderslice. I have the Meta Verified badge, so if it doesn't have that, it's somebody else that has. It's not me.
Copycat.
So, yeah. So you can either message me on there, or you can send me an email at vanderslice.conquerfit@gmail.com.
Cool. So, what motivates you? Where does, you know, because when I met you at the coffee shop, your energy was so warm and soft, and like, I was like, man, I like her. You know what I mean? Like, it was so comfortable, and we were just kind of sitting there looking at each other, and then we got into some great conversation. But like, where does this warrior spirit come from within you to look like that? That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And, you know. Yeah. The dedication, look, is one thing. Okay, you can be dedicated, but to get in there and push hard.
It is like physically, it's like borderline torturous sometimes, especially legs. To build them the way that I have, sometimes I sit and think, and they're not even big yet. But just to get them to this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really, really suffered, and continue to do that. And I don't know where that. I think that comes from, you know, the drive to put myself through all of that, not just in the gym, but outside of the gym. Is my mom raising us. She never gave up. Thinking back, I don't even know how, because I have 2 kids of my own and am a single mother. Single, by that I mean, I don't have their fathers to help. But I still have family and everything, so I'm really not a single mother.
Some support. Some support.
Yeah. But I don't know how she survived. I don't know how she did it. And I think it's just seeing her and going through her own bouts of depression and like times that you could tell she wanted to give up.
Wow.
But she never did. And I think it was her never giving up on me. No matter what, she never said, okay, I'm done trying to get her help. I'm done trying to see if she'll change. She never did that. And my lowest point, my complete rock bottom at the end of my addiction, when I thought that I was going to lose my kids, because I had struggled for that whole year before that, every day trying to quit, but I was still in the same environment. That a lot of that environment is how I got so sick, severely sick in the first place. But staying in that environment was keeping me sick. So I just couldn't shake it. I couldn't quit as badly as I wanted to. And then when I went to rehab, and once I was in there, it was just like, okay, I'm doing this. I mean, I was terrified because I was getting off of Xanax. So all of that anxiety and fear was numbed for, I mean, years. And I hadn't been completely off of it. So like all of that, plus the withdrawals that you get from not having it, which is a lot of extra anxiety and shaky, and oh, it was terrible. But I told myself though, I'm not going to fail. I'm going to do whatever it takes this time, because I never, like once I was clear-minded and away from everything, it's like I never ever am going to be in this situation again. I'm never going to allow myself to just feel so hopeless and weak. I was sick of feeling weak and fragile, like anything that anybody did would break me. And that's how I got so into pushing myself mentally and physically, because they both go together.
Mind, body, spirit.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about.
Yeah, and the more you challenge yourself, push yourself past those limits physically, the stronger, more resilient you become mentally. And you realize that it doesn't matter what's thrown at me, like I can overcome it.
Champion mindset.
Yeah.
Adaptability. Shake and bake. Solution minded. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And this too shall pass if it's rough, you know, things.
Yeah, in the first couple years even, I'm telling you, like I had PTSD, and I was anxious and like would have, you know, panic attacks all of the time. I started working at the gym that I currently work out at and train at, where I became a personal trainer and everything. I started working out there, and then I started working there just to put myself right in the middle of it all.
Where you didn't have a choice. Yeah,
and if somebody came up to talk to me, I couldn't avoid it. I couldn't run in the other direction. I couldn't hide. I couldn't numb. And every time, like every day was a battle. It really was. Not just with lifting weights, but it was a battle against my mind every day.
Wow.
Against the fear.
How long did it, that's amazing, face everything and rise?
Yeah.
How long did it take for it to like, okay, let's say it's at 100, right? So I'm visualizing as you're telling me, when someone tells me a story, I have like a movie in my head. You're in your head and you're like, we're doing this. And then the other parts of your mind, your ego's like, you can't do that. We're not numbed. We can't, no. What, you're gonna talk to people? It's like, it's that movie Inside Me? No, what is it? It's the cartoon.
Inside Out?
Inside Out, right? Where they're at the control board and they're like, hit the panic button. And then somebody elbows her out the way. No, we're doing this.
Yeah.
So you put yourself in that situation, and let's say from 100 that, anxiety and these different things and the doubt and the judgment, when did it start to drop, and how was it? Like as you're, a week in, a month in, like how was that? And how did you come into your own?
That really, it really didn't. Let's see, I got sober in 21, in August 1st, 2021. And even by the next year, August 22, I was still like every day, just even like I started out at the gym, like I hired a coach, because I was just like so nervous all the time. So I hired a coach, and every day, even though I knew every day at 5 a.m. I was going to see him, I saw him 5 days a week for the first few months, for like the first 3 months. Every single day, I would still be nervous.
Wow.
To talk to him and be around him. And he was the most kind and calm, non-judgmental person I've probably ever met. Which that was healing for me too. That was, I think he was put in just at the right time for me.
The right person. God put the right person in your life. The synchronicity on that, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You still have a relationship with him today?
I don't talk to him much today. We talk once in a while. Well, he stopped working at that gym, so we lost touch a little bit, but we talk on social media sometimes. But yeah, that made a huge difference. And thinking back, like I said, for that whole first year, and then other people came along. You know, friendships have come and gone, but different little things, like each time I meet somebody new and each new experience, I feel like the anxiety is less.
Okay.
But up until I competed in August 23, that was almost 2 years later, and I still was afraid all the time of meeting new people. Every single time, and I still do this, but every single time, like my hands would get sweaty, my armpits would start sweating, and used to, like I would feel that sweat and be like, oh my God, and that would send me even to more of a panic.
Oh.
But it's interesting to reflect back.
Oh yeah. On
the past, 4 years?
Yeah.
And see how much I've grown and just blossomed.
That's beautiful.
And found, slowly finding myself.
Yes.
But yeah, I remember stepping on stage, or right before I stepped on stage, and I still have this same terrible fear each time I do it too, just like the first. But I was going, they called my name, and I remember I was like, how the heck am I gonna walk out there when it's my turn? I was just standing on that step behind the stage waiting for them to call me. I said, I don't know if I can do it. But then I told myself, there's no way. You can't quit now. You can't quit. And that's why I told myself I'll never quit. And that's why I've competed more times since then, is mostly because that fear still isn't gone.
To pull yourself out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
To put yourself in the uncomfortable, so that all that can dissipate down.
Yeah.
And you face it head on.
Yeah, because I still struggle with that, you know. Well, I think everybody does. No matter how disciplined or strong, mentally strong you become, we still want to be comfortable. Our brain wants to keep us safe. It knows, you know, that those feelings of fear is like, oh, you know, that might hurt us. You better not do that. And it knows what's safe. The unknown isn't safe to our brain.
That's where the magic is.
Yeah.
In the unknown.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't have met me at the coffee shop, you wouldn't be here.
No.
Right? You know what I mean? So it's... The unknown is...
That was facing a fear too.
Amen. Yeah.
Challenging myself.
Yeah. And
to meet somebody new, just...
You put yourself out there. And who is anyone to judge? I have an episode on that, judgment and regret. It's like, who are we to judge? Who amongst us is perfect? That's not the goal of this whole adventure. The goal of the adventure is to do what you're doing, expanding. We were here, we continue to expand. Yeah. Limitless potential through endless refinement. Yeah. That's the name of this series.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear it.
Right? So
I've listened to some.
Man, it's inspiring.
I just recently, you know, found you, or you found me. So
yeah, it's a lot to take in.
I like listening. I like what you offer on your podcast.
Thank you.
I think everybody needs the encouragement to look inwards and just figure out what they can do to be happy. And for me, happiness and to feel fulfilled in life, in life. And for me, that is trying to be the best person that I can be, who I believe is a good person. No longer worried about if they think I'm a good person, or if they think I'm a good person, or if they think I should have done this differently. It's, in that sense, it's all about me. And how I feel about me.
That's the most important thing.
And if I can go to sleep at night, you know, thinking, okay, I like the person that I was today, or I like the person that I'm becoming.
Amen.
Instead of, that's where the self-love comes in, turning self-hatred into self-love.
Yes.
Because I'm confident now in the person that I am and the person that I'm becoming. I know that I have a good heart, and try to always like treat others with love and respect and compassion too. And I fall short of that sometimes, of course, in my head. Not outwardly, I don't say anything, but you know, once in a while you'll have those judgments of other people come through. And I catch myself doing that too. But I do try, you know, they say that your first negative thought isn't your real thought. Sometimes the first negative thought that pops into your head is really just part of that programming and conditioning. So to always challenge that first thought with a second thought.
Keep the mouth closed while the brain is, while the internal battle is happening. It takes self-awareness to hit that, to realize. And then, you know, what I say is, does that thought come from your heart or your mind? And if it's negative, if it's judgment, if it's jealousy, if it's anything in that spectrum, like, that's from the ego. And it's the programming of comparison and judgment and resentment and the whole spectrum of things. And we let the ego's never going to go away, right? So all we can do is be aware and let him say what he says, and then just, okay, you said your piece, and not say anything. You know, you stay silent, you know, and let it'll pass. But it takes the self-awareness and, like you were saying, the internal looking inward at what brings Amanda meaning, value. Does she prioritize herself? You know, you're working to shift out of that loop where you don't spiral and you don't hear those negative stories because of all the good that you're doing, and you're creating new patterns. Right? And continuing to blossom and grow. That's awesome. What is in your future? What do you see happening? What do you want to do? What are you passionate about?
Well, I'm passionate about a few things. I do still want to continue competing. I don't feel like I'm done just yet. I can't say for sure when or how far I'm going to go, how many more times I'll do it. But right now I'm just enjoying the journey and the process. I'm not putting expectations, like set expectations on my life and how I think it should go. That's what this year has taught me a whole lot about. From going to, like, in the beginning of the year, I started prepping for a show, and then I started a new job in the middle of that, or in the beginning of it, and then I did a show, and I was planning to do another one. I had to cancel doing the one, and I quit that other job and enrolled in school. So it's been, I feel like I'm starting all over this year, like from scratch.
That can be a good thing, though. It can be very refreshing.
Yeah.
Right? And those investments in yourself, they're going to fruit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so right now I'm working, it's been a dream since I was younger to become a nurse.
Okay.
And work in the medical field. So that's my goal right now, is working towards that. And with my coaching business, helping other people become strong, healthier versions of themselves. And for me, though, it's not just about teaching people to lose weight or, you know, for just the physical outward appearances. I want them to feel better, because training and exercise will help you not only like heal your nervous system, it'll help heal that trauma and in depression and all of that. It won't take it away. Can't completely take it all away, but it helps heal you from the inside out. And then not to mention, it keeps you around longer for your family and helps you moving better and just feeling better in everyday life. But I also want to teach them the mental fortitude too. Because even though I don't go around talking about my past and my addiction a lot, I still want people to know that, like I said before, it doesn't matter where you've come from. Just start now. Don't think about everything in the past and everything in the future and how much further you have to go to become the person that you think will be worthy of forgiveness.
Wow.
Because otherwise you'll never start. That's what kept me stuck for a long time. You'll never start if you think about how much further you have left to go or everything behind you. And once you do make that decision, it's enjoy the healing journey. It sucks. It really sucks.
It's tough
to try to do it, especially too when you're so used to doing it and not doing it and numbing everything, and then to go and have to feel everything for what it is and have to work through it and then do something to change it. It is hard, but it's so fulfilling. That's where I have found my fulfillment, is just it was like starting from like a baby. Like when I got sober, it was like I was a baby, and I'm growing now into, like, my life started when I got sober. And whatever anybody else is going through, your life can start, like, you can start completely over.
Today can be the first day of your new life.
Yeah.
You got to decide and commit.
Yeah.
And follow through.
And nobody else is going to come and save you.
No, we have to save ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to save ourselves. It sounds like the lifestyle. You saved yourself, but you used the lifestyle to get there, mind, body, and spirit, right? I mean, all the mental, and then boom, you make that decision, and you're in the gym, and then you make another decision. Well, you had the rehab in there also, but you made...
that's not... That just got me out of my environment.
Yeah.
Now the outpatient rehab I was in for a few months helped give me the tools of the emotional regulation, and they helped teach me. This is what was life-changing about this place, is because for the first time, they, instead of just doing like the steps, I don't know if you heard of the steps in AA, and all of that. Of course, they promoted that as well. But what was life-changing for me is what I tell everybody now is the science behind, you know, why you are the way that you are, what your brain, how these different things are affecting your brain, what you can do to heal those parts of your brain. Like the neuroscience, like I'm huge into that too.
The rewiring.
Yes.
With the new patterns, you start rewiring your brain, right?
Yeah. And habit formation and all of that.
I'm going to get you a book. A small gift for coming on, Super Brain by Deepak Chopra. Do you know it?
When I first got sober, I would listen, and that's another. I just like brainwash myself.
Yeah.
With
it's programming. You reprogram yourself.
I was reprogramming myself.
I want to go in this direction. I got to take in all this information and program myself to this is the direction that we're going.
Yeah.
What about Deepak Chopra? You seen Super Brain?
No. Well, I've seen some of his episodes, like on different clips and on my Fire Stick.
Okay.
My Amazon Fire Stick. I used to sit there and watch videos and documentaries and different things, and anything that would help me break a habit, be strong. Like I'd listen to David Goggins, and I would take things from all these different places, and nutrition and psychology. But and I did, and Jay Shetty. I really
he's a big bodybuilder.
Oh, he's
no,
he was the one that he was a monk.
Oh, interesting.
He was a monk. He worked in like as a businessman for years, and then he became a monk. He just stopped everything, said forget what my family thinks, and went and became a monk. Like through all of his college and they thought he was throwing his life away, but
liberation.
Yeah, and now he's back and helps other people, and he has a podcast and has different guests on that specialize in different things, or he'll have different celebrities that have gone on their own journey of sorts, and to encourage and inspire others.
Amen. That's right up my alley.
Yeah.
Jay Shetty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a book, Think Like a Monk, which I just finished listening to.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and the Deepak Chopra. I did start meditating through some of his guided meditations.
Okay.
I forgot about that. But yeah, and Jay Shetty also has 8 Rules of Love, which, since I've never had a stable, healthy relationship, I was like, you know what? I need to learn these different things. In that book, what's great about it is it's really making you look inward and see how you can be better. And then that way, you'll attract the person that you are or that you're becoming.
Yes.
Instead of
alignment.
Yeah.
You'll attract someone that's in alignment. But that's the thing, is we have to refine ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
And he said, instead of making a list of all the things that you want in a partner, you make that list and you become those things. So I found that to be very, very valuable and insightful.
Yes, the internal work and the refinement.
Because that's what my life's mission is now, is to constantly, reflect and see how I can do better and how I can be better. Because I still have an example to set too for my kids.
Amen.
And just anybody else around me.
Amen.
If they see me react out of anger or, saying something hateful to somebody, then that cycle just repeats. You're feeding. But if they see me react with, patience or love, then that may be what helps them turn around and go and treat their children better, or go and treat their spouse or partner better. It's like always leading by example.
Yeah, the patterns and the triggers and allowing that negative energy to flow through us, feeling it, feeling all of it, and then letting it go and reacting with thought and with love and kindness, right? And to get to that level of awareness and consciousness, you have to turn inwards, right?
Yeah.
And 100%, like you just said, we have to set the example. But to set that example and to do it consistently, we have to become it and embody it, right? And
that's not
the fear,
something you can just put on an act.
Oh, no. And well, I mean, if you're acting, people can see through it, right? People, real recognizes real. So, and pretenders, it's all birds of a feather. Yeah. You know, the pretenders, the real ones, and the pretenders have us outnumbered, but that's only because of the social programming and parents programming the kids. Well, that's how I was raised. That's how I did it. Okay, what about what you want though? Like, and who you are? You know what I mean? It's a lot, but you're doing it, and I love it. I think it's amazing. I hope your kids see it and really, and even with this interview, you know, maybe that it'll give them different perspective, and I think a lot of people will be inspired to see, because, you know, if someone looks at you, they think you've been lifting weights for 10 years. Yeah. You know, 15 years in the game, and
it was an obsession to an extent, but and I do get that sometimes, that, you know, I traded one addiction for another.
Well, this one's a lot healthier though. And the internal, let me say this real quick. Name some of the mental attributes that the lifestyle has brought to you. Like, I'll start you off, like determination.
Yeah. Courageous, perseverant,
adaptability.
Yeah.
I mean, these are, and Sean Otto talks about this too, like, you can't, I mean, you can maybe get them in other avenues of life, but the gym, it's not just about muscles and looking good and sweating. And I mean, the mental aspect that comes from training and training and training and being dedicated and consistent and showing up. On the days you don't want to. There's days we don't want to go to the gym. Oh yeah, that's
you're not feeling it. Don't think.
Yeah, they don't.
Think, oh, you're addicted to the gym. No, I'm just obsessed with, like, pushing myself and making myself do things that I don't want to do. I mean, there's so many times that from start to finish, that I have not wanted to go to the gym, or I haven't wanted to do those extra 2 reps. Mm-hmm. There's so many times I've wanted to give up. Sure. But that is where the obsession comes in. You know, the same obsession I had for numbing and the pills and the drugs. Mm-hmm. That obsession, like, I did take that obsession, and now that's what fuels me. Is just being obsessed with, like I said, being better and never being weak again. Like, that's what the gym gave me, was just the strength. Like, I felt if I could do something, like push myself to do something you don't see any other women doing. Mm-hmm. Or if I would sit there and, like, try to mentally, like, okay, I want to show myself that I'm stronger than this guy over here, a man. So that, just thinking about that, I would push myself harder, like on the like on squats or the leg press or something that I was like, okay, well, look, I'm stronger than him.
Andreas wants to measure guns before you leave. Yeah. How do you? Let's see. We need to get on him. I don't beat him up. I look at him and I go, bro, come on, man.
Yeah,
that's it. I just say, man, come on.
Internally, he's probably already telling himself that.
Yeah, no, he's pretty consistent. Yeah. How do you feel?
I feel good.
You want to get into some other topics? What do you think?
We can.
Okay. What about you talk about being fulfilled with helping people get into the lifestyle. What do you think some key things that they need to have, right? Because I find that things happen in layers. So let's say, oh, I want to learn a new language. And then I go and I get into it, but maybe I'm not really ready for it. So someone that comes to you and they say they want to be a part of the healthy lifestyle, what do you look for, like some key tells, like within these clients? What do they need to have for it to stick, so to speak?
Well, a big thing for it to stick is they do have to like have that moment where they're just either sick and tired of not getting the results, or starting and quitting, giving up on themselves, not changing their habits. They just have to be sick and tired of that. Or just,
that's it.
I mean, because I see that with a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of people that are completely fresh and just starting out. They haven't started and stopped and had all of those, what they would call failings. But
and they're not failings.
No, they're not.
No, not at all.
They're not.
It's just prepping you. And then they go home and they beat themselves up. But
that's what keeps them from... That's what keeps it from sticking.
Yes, they need that breakthrough of being sick and tired, and then the switch goes off, right? And it's like action.
Yeah.
We jump into it.
And to stop the self-sabotage, you know, when they will sit there and miss a day, or, you know, eat something they shouldn't have eaten, or go way overboard. Like, I've done that. Go way overboard on, you know, a cheat meal.
Yeah.
But if I were to do that and, you know, fail or make a mistake and then go, well, I might as well just quit because I'm not perfect. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people are trying to be. They start out, you know, so motivated and excited, and something happens, and their 6-month Monday through Friday gym streak, you know, they fall off. Yeah, it gets derailed, and they're like, oh, well, this isn't working. You know, I'm not perfect. So I think they're just striving for perfection, thinking that everything has to be just right. And if they make a mistake, then it's like a reflection of who they are, or a reflection of their capabilities.
Yeah, but that's I hear you 100%. It's not about perfection, it's about progress.
Yeah.
It's about progress. And I think that whole, like, I mean, you know, I've been doing this since I was 17. So there's ups and downs and peaks and valleys. But I don't see how 6 months in the gym, Monday through Friday, like, how that is not a good thing, period. You know what I mean? Like, you did that.
Yeah.
Like, take a little break, take a week off, and let's go back in, you know? And it's just all mental. And that level of control. I used to be like that in the gym. I had my little tablet, and I'd write it, look, and if somebody was on the equipment, man, I would get frustrated.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? It's okay, man. Like, and then I got to the point, I'm like, I don't need that tablet. Like, we're going to do this, and these are the body parts we have to hit. And if somebody's on there and he's camped out on his phone, go do something else. Yeah, go do something else. And so that's when I started learning, and this was years back, but that's when I started learning adaptability. Like you gotta be able to adapt. Oh, right on.
This year.
It's a game changer, right?
Yeah.
And it also, everything that we learn in the gym, all of those adaptability, quality, form, dedication, consistency, determination, those things transcend into our lives. It's not just the gym, right? And we see where we can be adaptable in our lives. And then we're like, oh, I don't have to have an emotional reaction. You can still have the emotional reaction. Let it pass. Don't attach a story to it, to that negative, so that it stays looping in our heads.
Yeah.
We adapt. We go into our higher mind, our growth mindset, and we find a solution. Or we pick up the phone. Hey, Andreas, can you help me? Hey, Dale, you shoot me a text, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like adaptability, solution-minded, and keeping our nervous system regulated.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're in the gym killing it and you walk out, I mean, you just feel. That's the best.
Yeah.
That and sex, I think. That's the first time I've said that word on the podcast. 55 episodes in. But the gym and good sleep and sex and hugs and connection and connection with God, emotional regulation, and nature. You know, that is like, boy, that will keep you in some alignment, keep you in flow. Yeah, after this podcast, we might go jump in the pool. Just kidding. Yeah. The
only time I'll get in a pool is when it's like 40 degrees outside and I'm trying to do a cold plunge.
I got mine set right now for 55 degrees for tonight. I changed my water yesterday.
That's going to be awesome.
Yes. And that is, you get in. I have a process now that works. I get in, I do a little bit of breath work, I put my music on, I get in, and I just stand there. And so I stand, it comes up to like right above my knees, and I'll stand there for 3 minutes, and I'll let my body acclimate, right? So the 3 minutes in there to the knee, and then I'll do a little bit of breath work, and then I just commit.
Yeah.
And the ego's like, don't do it. Yeah. It's going to be cold. Yeah,
well, yeah,
obviously.
You step in and it tells you that too.
Right, but it's a way to cheat the ego and to beat it, because you get in and it's cold, but it's only half cold.
Yeah.
Right? And then I do a little bit more breath work. My mind is focused on the music. I'm just relaxing. And then I don't give my ego a chance to respond. I make the decision and I commit, and I just drop down. And then 3 minutes later, the ego shuts up.
Yeah.
It's always going to be there, that chatter. That's
why I love that so much, the cold plunge, is because of that. Mm-hmm. Because you do hear it loud and clear. Like, you don't want to get in there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Every excuse. Yeah. I got to bring my daughter to camp.
Yeah.
Camp ended 2 weeks ago. Like, the dog needs a bath. We don't have a dog. Like, you know what I mean? Any and every excuse the ego will use all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
To keep you comfortable. And that's a good thing. Just like the gym. To me, it's a good way to practice and train your mind. Because the more you do things like that and put yourself in those uncomfortable situations and put yourself in like painful situations, the less resistance you feel the next time.
Yes.
Or when you're you just respond to stress better in everyday life.
Yeah, but so 100%, all of that, and then you realize it was just in your head.
Yeah.
It was in your head. It was your own ego trying to keep you from expanding. Yeah. Expanding. And the more we expand, the more relaxed we get, because we're like, we've done this.
Yeah.
It's okay, right? And then we focus on humility and grace and gratitude. and we reach out if we need some help or whatever. Yeah, that's
yeah, that voice will hold you back. It'll keep you from doing anything, having any enjoyment in life, like really fully living life. Like, if you're constantly holding back and listening to that voice and never putting yourself out there, you're missing out on like most of what life is.
Yes.
It's about experiencing new things and growing and evolving.
Amen.
And to me, that's what life is about. We're not meant to be the same like person, and that I learned over the past year, I would say as well, last year and a half, that we're not meant to stay the same. You don't get to a point where you're like, okay, I've done all this work, and now this is who I am, and this is who I'm going to stay for the rest of my life.
No, until we float out, even when we're old. You know, and you look at the older people, and some are real happy, and some are miserable.
Yeah.
And the happy ones, they're continuing to grow and to learn and enjoy the experience of life. Yeah. And then you got the old sourpuss. And they don't want to grow, they don't want to expand, they don't want to change. It's inevitable. It's like what we're designed to do, like just what you were saying.
Yeah, they don't want to be miserable. Deep down, they don't want to be miserable. They look at everybody else and like, I wish I could be happy like them. But they don't want to change. They don't want to do the work. And they don't want to do the self-reflection. Like, okay, well, it's not this person's fault, it's mine. The
accountability part of it.
Yeah. Because no matter what anybody else has done or how they've affected you, it's still up to you.
100%.
To take accountability. This is my life, and these are my emotions and my brain, and it's up to me I have control over it. Nobody else does.
Well, 100%. Because when we live being affected by everything outside of us, all they got to do is push buttons. Yeah. And they get you to react and have an emotional, and now you're all messed up, right? From something that happened outside of you. Yeah. I had to learn to be able to detach. And that you can still love somebody and want the best for them, and just really appreciate all the good things that they've done for you without being around them.
Yeah, without being around them or letting it affect you anymore. Or thinking too, oh, they were good to me in these ways, so, you know, I owe them for the rest of my life. That you have to sit there and allow them to, you know, destroy you. No. At the end of the day, you have to choose yourself. And because if you're constantly doing what somebody else wants you to do or letting them tear you down, then you're not only abandoning yourself, but you're abandoning everybody else around you too that loves you. Yeah, you're people pleasing. You're not living in your authenticity because you're getting a validation from outside, or your own backbone and your own self-love gets thrown to the side to satisfy this other person when it goes against what's in the best well-being for your nervous system, right? Yeah. Because that's what gets hit within us when we start doing these things. Like, then we start becoming unregulated emotionally. Then you lean on the beer or the wine or the whatever to numb that out, to just, okay, I'm just gonna go do whatever it is. Yeah, and sometimes it just, for some people, it's taking, like, you know, the pills or the alcohol or whatever out of the equation for them to be able to heal and process. And then other times it's removing people. It's not always just people get stuck in those toxic relationships, not just with not just partners, but family and friends. They get stuck in that, and I don't know, it's a vicious cycle.
It is. And what I know to be true, those that break the patterns, they start, even with your own family member, you start limiting the time that you spend around certain, because we have to accept them, right? So we accept ourselves, and then we're like, I want everybody to grow and shift and change and evolve, but we have to accept them where they are. And if they want to stay there, that's okay. But I'm gonna,
everybody is going to change.
Correct. But I'm going to choose to limit my exposure to people that aren't in alignment, so to speak. You know, and we can have empathy, and we can have grace and pray for them and treat them well. But the minute they start getting out of line, I'm like, because I'll tell you about yourself. I had a family member that I have.
I won't, but you
well,
just won't hear from me.
No. Well, they'll keep kicking you.
Yeah.
You know, they'll keep kicking you. Yeah.
That's something I'm still working on.
Well,
I have a long way to go.
We could talk about that off camera. I got your back. It was a family member, and it just got to the point, and we didn't talk for 6 months. And then through synchronicity and through God, there was a situation that happened, and that person reached out, and they were humbled, you know. And I didn't beat the person over the head. I was just, okay, cool. And then now there's respect, right? And if they get out of line, then I'll just say what I gotta say, because it's always attacks. Right? It's always attacks or judgment, and it's like, look, I'm gonna hold the mirror up for you. Do you see what you're doing? Your projections? You see what's happening, and so you hold the mirror up, right? And so
and sometimes, like, your light and your peace they see that, and they're attracted to it, and sometimes too it's jealousy. Like, they are like, oh, I wish I had what they have.
They feel threatened by it sometimes. The light exposes the darkness. And people don't want to be exposed, so to speak. But that goes back to the vulnerability. Like, if you deal with your stuff, then you slay the dragon, and you gain the wisdom, you gain the knowledge, and then your ego can't use it against you anymore, because I can't expose that, because what are people going to think? I can't be vulnerable, because the ego uses those things, it hides them. And once you come out and you say it, then the ego doesn't have the power to self-sabotage you anymore by keeping these things in judgment. It's a cycle and a cycle and a pattern, and we're here to destroy them. And you have a friend, and I'm honored to have you here on the couch.
I'm honored to be here.
Much respect.
I'm very glad you reached out.
It was all synchronicity.
And I loved for a moment there, I did think about, I was hesitant. It's like, I don't know if I can do that. It's like, I don't know if I want to do that.
You just did it. It's done. We got the tape.
But I was like, nope, this is another one of those things. You're trying to talk yourself out of something because you're afraid. And it's like, okay, that's another challenge.
And you faced it, and you are rising, and we're honored to have you here.
I'm really grateful for the experience and the opportunity.
Awesome. It was awesome. Very insightful. Want to invite you to go to theconnection.studio. Check out the journal for this episode with Amanda Vanderslice. So grateful that you came through. And you have a new partnership. You got support. If the Connect podcast and myself personally can do anything and everything for you, we're here to be of service.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep kicking butt. We're rooting for you. We'll be in touch. And thanks again for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're inspired. It's not where you start, but the direction and the choice and the desire to be better than who we were yesterday. Until next time, friends, God bless. Thanks for joining us at the Connection Studio. You can support us by sharing with others and posting to social media. Keep doing the internal work, as it will truly make all the difference. God bless.